The conundrum, which is Manchester United, did not start today or did it start yesterday? Now, this video, I'm doing it for all those people already doubting Ruben Amorim, all those people already doubting Ineos and criticizing them for their activities and criticizing them for why they have not taken Manchester United to the very top. Now, before I go on, I would like to remind you, Ineos have only been here for not even a full season, and I think from my perspective, they have done quite alright, judging from where we are coming from. Now, let's take back to when the conundrum actually started, the problem actually started, which was July 1st in 2013. That was the date David Moyes was hired as the Manchester United coach. So, when he got into the job, he was being advised to take in Sir Alex Ferguson backroom staff, of which he declined. Now, I can understand why he declined, because he wanted to all of a sudden bring in his whole team, but that was the mistake, because fast forward to, during the transfer window, he did not get the players he wanted because I guess the Woodward or the backroom, they did not trust him as they trusted Ferguson. So I think he got to leave Fellaini into the squad at the late minute in the transfer window, and it was not what he wanted. Rumors said he wanted Cesc Fabregas and Gareth Bale, but he wasn't given to him. So fast forward into the season started, he wasn't performing. He lost the back room, and there were no people that knew the players already, like Ferguson backroom staff, to help him navigate through those tough times and being a Manchester United coach. Because trust me, being a Manchester United coach, which is the biggest team in England, is tougher than any other position in any league or in any football position. So that was when the trouble mostly started. And before then, even in Ferguson's last season, the Manchester United midfield, we have seen it for years that there was nothing there. It was a big hole and a big gap that needed filling. But the position was ignored for years. After David Moyes, since he couldn't navigate the ship, he was sacked, I think, 18 months later. And though Manchester United have brought in experienced coaches since then, the fact that the backroom did not trust David Moyes, it created some kind of rift, and no manager had the respect they have gotten from Ferguson. So they had no clear plan, and this is me talking about the board and the Glazers. There was no clear, definite plan of where they wanted to take Manchester United to. It was Ferguson and his individual excellence that was riding and carrying the club before he left. So when he left, there was a hole that was not filled with any footballing people. They brought in bankers, they were good at advertising, but about getting the football things right, they weren't. And it's not lack of scouting of these players, because over the years, even since Ferguson left, we have been seeing news of we going for these big top shots, even before they became big top shots. Jude Bellingham, Caicedo, we went for all those players. We scouted them, but the action, why? Because there was no goal from the Glazers. The goal from the Glazers, rather, was not about on-the-field success, was about off-the-field success, merchandise, sponsorship deals and all that. So fast forward to now, the Ineos, about a year ago, the Ineos taking over the sporting side of football. Fans are making it seem like it is their problem, or they are the ones that have caused the damage. Now, Ratcliffe, from what I understand, is a fan of Manchester United, and he took over the club because he wanted to create change. Now, this is personal for him, and he has invested into the club already, whether you like it or not, because he is investing his time to come and solve another man's problem. I know, of course, people are going to say, yes, he's going to benefit, he's going to make profit. Yes, but he didn't have to do it. But he did it. Of course, the Glazers did not sell all of the club. They sold about 20%, which is the footballing side, to him. And now he has to negotiate this tough terrain that is Manchester United. So he was first blamed for not sacking Ten Hag early. For me, I don't think it was a mistake, because Ten Hag was not hired by him, and he came in. Ten Hag won an FA Cup, even though he wasn't performing well. But it was understandable, because I think even them did their research then, and they were around the dressing room to find out that these players, there was something wrong that was not really the manager. The culture was wrong. And over time, we have seen that they have been cutting people off. They have changed the backroom, from sporting director to different positions over time. These are things that the Glazers never attended to. And we have to understand all these things will take time. It's not even 1 year or more than 1 year already. But the Inos have had to deal with a lot of things behind, including ticket sales that have gone up. Trust me, I don't think those things, they don't feel nice for doing it. But if you were in the backroom stuff and were privy to understand what is going on in the board section and the rest, I think you will understand that there's even deeper problems in Manchester United. The culture there has been terrible, and this is for the fans that are worried and are saying the wrong things or pointing hands. I think it is time. At this point in time, this is the first time, this is the first year since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club that we are starting to address issues that have been there before. So from hindsight and from what I'm thinking about, Inos are doing a good job. Because look, before this season we were bad and we are not any good on the field though. I just want to point out that the thing that coach is not the problem. Yes, it was 4-3-3, now it's 3-4-3. I think culture plays a larger role in building a team. It's not an individual sport now, it's a team. And we have seen from Ruben Amorim's action about Rashford and Garnacho. We've seen from Ten Hag's in relation to Sancho. These people, Sancho, Lingard and Pogba, they have sort of, I won't say spoiled the dressing room, but the way they act, even when they lose the match or when they win the match, they became the senior players of the team at some place, and they didn't have the same hunger like the players of old, when Rooney and Paul Scholes. And over time, the board at the top has made this player FC, because they have constantly been sacking managers. It has made the players feel like, even though they don't do well, they are not going to get rid of them. Plus, they were awarded, people like Lindelof, people like Marshall were awarded contracts for not doing what they should have done or working hard. We're getting bad, and the club was keeping on extending their contracts. And now we have a lot of players that we cannot let go, or we let go for ridiculous amounts after paying them enormous salary. Another example being Casemiro. People are going to blame Casemiro for Ten Hag for signing Casemiro. I know very well it is not a Ten Hag signing, even though it was signed in his era. It is clear to see a player like Schweinsteiger and the rest that was done in the past was not down to the managers. It was down to the Glazers and the people they gave to handle the club. Evidently, we knew Casemiro was going to be a bad signing in the long term, and we did not even know it would be as short as 2 years. He had, I think the first year was good, and the second year he just went bad. His legs couldn't take it anymore. And these are signings we are seeing the Glazers make time and time again. So I will not blame a manager for those signings. The people are going to blame Ten Hag for the Anthony signing, and I'm like, is that not supposed to be the job of a sporting director? Like, why? The club has ignored these things, and now Inos came in and are trying to fix it. People are saying Dean Ashworth was sacked too early and all that. I believe we have no time to waste. And if Inos think they saw something wrong and they sacked the guy, I think it's equally good and we should move forward, of which we are doing. Now, we're long shot away from progress, because I think we are 14th or 15th in the league. We are performing badly. But I do not think the Inos are not working. I do not think the manager is not doing his best to get the team on show. But you have to understand that these training sections are where matches are won. And if you have a team of players that have not been training intensely and seriously before, it's going to be very hard to just all of a sudden come in and change that. It's going to take time. Remember when Alexis Sanchez signed for Manchester United, and just after one training section it asked his agent whether he could move back? It has been that bad over time. If you watch these old players, they will talk about how these matches are won in training, because if you train hard, you will be able to, the matches will be easier, you'll be able to perform better. So it brings down to my point that this problem has been there for years. Our recruitment has been in shambles for years. The culture has been in shambles for years. Nobody has been able to state a particular clear goal for Manchester United for a long time. Now I heard about the Ineos stating the mission 21, I think. Those are the kind of things you create in a team to for something to look forward to, and I do not think we have had it for years now. The Glazers, they did not point a goal and show the whole club, okay, we are trying to win the league this season. They never had that after Ferguson left. They were concerned about merchandising and the money. So for the first time in a long time, we have the Ineos and we have Ruben Amorim. Yeah, there are no clear signs to say they are going to be successful. But for first time in a long time, since 2012, we have a bunch of people who are willing to try. Not for the fake names or the short adrenaline rush of buying a player like Casemiro, or going for a player like Gareth Bale. Not the same mistake the Glazers made when they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. I was never a fan of that transfer when they brought him for the second time. It seemed we were building and you had to bring in personality like Cristiano Ronaldo. Like he is not the small player he left Manchester United as anymore. He was the great Cristiano Ronaldo. So I feel it was wrong. So we are moving from that culture of impulsive spending to wanting to plan, and even your neighbors would feel it when they start seeing the change, and we cannot have this adrenaline rush of going back to our past mistakes. So that is one I give the Ineos kudos for, because it generally seemed like it was going to be one of those impulsive buying or rushing again, but they held their own, and I think they are planning. I don't know what they're planning, but I think they are definitely looking forward to a summer to start creating change. Now, this video I'm doing is for you to understand that what we have to do as Manchester United fan now is to back the manager. I know you might not be used to, or you might not like 4-3-3. I know you don't like it, but you are not the coach. You have to learn to understand the coach. This is the formation he wants to play. I think we should give them to the summer. I think we should give the coach the Ineos team till the summer. I think we're going to see change. We already started seeing changes, but right now it's not showing on the pitch. I think when we give them the time and support them on social media, the bashing it's terrible. I don't think this video is going to make people stop. People are always going to say how they feel and all that. But people like me and you that understand football in a different manner, I believe as Manchester United fan, it is our job to. There's no need rushing. We are not any closer than Arsenal to winning the league. We are not any closer than Liverpool or Man City to winning the league. But one thing we can do is to look forward and start progressing towards that direction. We can't use ourselves to compare them. They are better than us at the moment. But can we be better than them in the future? Yes. We have to trust the manager Ruben Amorim, trust in us. If we get the signings right, which is not set in stone that we will, but with time, if we keep on working, getting a few signings right, things are going to come good. And I do very much believe that Ruben Amorim is going to take Manchester United to a trophy. I did believe in Ten Hag, and I still believe in Ruben Amorim. I believe in Manchester United is so big a club that you don't realize. It's so big that you need a specific kind of players with great character and players that understand how tough it is to play at Manchester to take us to our next EPL title. And I believe it's going to happen under Ruben Amorim. We just have to trust and keep on supporting. Now, I know your every comment on social media will go a long way to helping the club. So try to tweet positive, try to talk positive. Thank you for watching as always. Remember, who are we? Manchester United. See you in the next video. As always, do not forget to like this video. Keep on sharing the video. See you in the next one. Bye.